Is Arne Slot good?
Maybe. Was Ten Hag good?
Well, was Arne Slot better than Ten Hag when they was in the same league together? No, he wasn't.
Liverpool going with a board Eredivisie manager is wild.
Boys, I gotta go. Can you see Jamie in the seat?
I love you guys, man. We should hang out more.
Filthy at 5, filthyat5.com. We're here. Poet, you alright?
What?
Brother.
Poet just headbutt the microphone. I watched Superbad this weekend.
Proper film.
I watch that film once every 6 months, maybe.
That's one of my favourite films in
I
life.
would say, agreed, yeah.
Like, it's so good.
All of those kind of films are good. Pineapple Express.
That guy gets high.
That is the thing about Pineapple Express, you're right. Yeah.
You see the scene when he gets the ID?
Yes.
The best scene ever.
Irish R&B singer,
McLovin.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, it was either that or Muhammad. He's like, why the hell would it be? Why the hell would it be between Muhammad and McLovin? He said, Muhammad's the most popular name in the world. Read a book for once.
Do you know what? In the film, he's very awkward. I met him at the 2014 World Cup. Exactly the same as you know. Yeah, he was at the rooftop.
Marks,
rooftop in Brazil.
Have you got a Superbad McLovin bar? Or how close did you get to making that bar?
I don't think I have, you know.
Have you?
Nah.
Wale had one.
A lot of rappers made that bar.
They have.
Did you know that Jonah Hill's like 5 years? He's 5 years older than Michael Cera and Emma Stone. Jonah Hill was a big man for them.
And Michael Cera is definitely funny as well.
Oh yeah,
it's subtle. It's not like you gotta watch him even when he's not talking. You just gotta see how he moves and like he's cold.
What did you watch this weekend, Jordy?
Big Daddy.
Great film.
What?
Great film.
Yeah, I watched Big Daddy.
Adam
this week.
Sandler.
Yeah, I like Adam, you know.
Yeah.
He's a G.
South London recently.
He was playing basketball in Clapham Common the other day.
What's your favourite film?
Great question.
Life. Eddie Murphy.
Life's up there. It's up there.
Life, it's a bit deep as well, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's about life.
About life in prison, bro. It's gonna be deep.
Jack. Robin Williams.
Don't like that.
Jack.
So sad.
That's like Jonah Hill and Michael Cera, to be
One
fair.
of my all-time favourites might lose you a lot because you need to read a lot. Subtitles. City of God, man.
I think mine might be Hook.
Someone clicked behind
Hook's
camera.
good.
That worries me. Wait, Hook. Favorite film?
Yeah, you lot ain't seen. There's a moment in there that's probably
When
the
when
biggest moment ever
Groovio comes.
in cinema.
It's got to be when Groovio comes.
No, the Lost Boys are trying to figure out: is this you? Is this you, Peter? They took the glass, and the fat black kids come, taking his glasses off. He said, he touched his face. He said, "Oh, it is you, Peter." And then there was the music. It was everything. For that,
He's emotional right now, you know.
Next day he was flying.
The scene where he has to fight Rufio, where he boxes Rufio, that's top tier.
What? Where he fought Rufio, and then he put the I can fight, I can fly, and I can. Do you know what it is?
No.
Crow.
You're right. You're right.
Wait, did you watch it recently?
Nah, I just know it.
Because remember when they was eating and I was thinking, what are they eating? But then obviously you got to tap into the imagination, then you see the whole feast.
Food come out. I remember that scene on that long table.
It's because he had the thing. You know, he cussed him. And he said, eat my guts or something. Yeah, bam! And it hit him in his face. Bam! And all of a sudden there was just food everywhere.
Dustin Hoffman, it's a cast, you know. Bob Hoskins is Smee. It's a cast. Julia Roberts is Tinkerbell. It's a cast.
T.
Phil Collins.
T. Poet's right there.
What do you mean?
What's your favourite film?
Titanic.
What? Is it?
Can't
It's
be.
not. No, it's not. He said that on a podcast once, and I've never forgot it. And I think it's a shocking thing to say.
What a horrid film.
He just drew for it, and he says Titanic's my favorite film because it's got highs and lows.
I was definitely not being serious, but let's just.
The highs are big, and it was volatile because the highs are so big.
Okay, what's your favorite trilogy?
Friday.
My favorite trilogy. There aren't that many trilogies. We've done this.
We've done this a lot, yeah, but it's we've done this a lot, but it's
Are
Friday.
you gonna go with Lord of the Rings?
Oh, you don't want to see me watch Lord of the Rings?
We should do Dungeons and Dragons one day.
What's that?
It's like a board game where it's fantasy and you're like, oh, they roll dice and you're like, oh, you've got 10 armor or whatever. But apparently it's great.
I like
Apparently
that
you could
kind of
just
stuff,
play
you
it,
know?
but
Yeah.
I've never.
I almost went London Dungeon.
I've been there.
I've
You
never
almost went
been.
London Dungeon.
I almost went London Dungeon.
That's like the Dungeons and Dragons of tourist.
I mean, yeah, that's
I went there in
yeah.
year 8, I think. Year 8.
Tower of London, where they show you the crown jewels and that. It's not London Dungeons, it's a
What?
different one.
They showed you what?
What?
The jewels. He's got the Queen's jewels there.
should
now.
hope
Well,
not.
have you been on the London Eye?
Nah.
Let's do tourist stuff, man. Let's go open top and
It takes about 40 minutes to go around in a circle.
It's so
Yeah,
long,
but you
bro.
should see everything.
What are you in a rush for?
But today we're going to be talking about football, Premier League football, right now football, because the title race is still on. Arsenal just thumped up Tottenham in one half and then let them back in it.
It was Raya.
David Raya, who was one clean
What was
sheet
that?
away from the
He got
Golden
bored.
Glove.
He got bored.
To get intercepted, for a goalkeeper to get intercepted by a centre-back though,
He's
that's
trying
ugly.
He got bored. He got no like challenges and thought, you know what? I got this. He was feeling himself.
Yeah.
But the win's the win. The win's the win. And it put Man City under a tiny little bit of pressure, which they did not acknowledge whatsoever.
Honestly, I think the pressure that everyone's talking about is just media.
Actually, you say that, but if you watch the game, Wood had a couple of chances. Like, for me to say Nottingham Forest shouldn't have scored at least one is a bit unfair.
Was Rodri playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
You know what it is? Yeah, for real. But no, Wood was missing like
He was gonna win.
2-3 yards out.
Ole Aina turned up. I think he supports Arsenal.
Ole Aina's had a good season.
He has been good, you know. He has been good. Yeah, he has.
Ole Aina turned. Oh my God, he's Chelsea. Yeah.
Now Arsenal can hope that Tottenham feel the singe and the burn and the disrespect of going 3-0 down at half time to then beat Man City.
No. You know, there's reports that the fan supporters club is writing 2 Spurs to down tools against City.
But why
That's
they can
bad
still...
report.
Oh.
There's
They've got
reports.
Champions League to
I'm
qualify
telling you
for.
what. That's not happening. Come on, man.
How do you know? Aston Villa dropped points.
Villa are shaky.
It's not happening, boys.
Villa dropped points. They were 2-0 up at home against a Chelsea side beside you, broken. And should have lost. The side could have made it 3-2.
I don't even care what's happening, man.
It's not happening.
No cap.
Villa ain't convincing.
I think. Oh, I don't want to say it. I think the league's set.
Arsenal winning it. Arsenal on top of the league right now.
Well,
No, but they got games in hand, innit?
Yeah.
That's not set then, is it?
Well, if all games finished, City ain't losing this year, and I think the league's set.
City ain't lost in 30.
They ain't lost them 30.
Rodri ain't lost in 70.
Really, is that? Wow, where did you get that stat?
He ain't lost in his last
Is
70
that
games.
really? Oh.
That's insane. Do you know what's killing me is that they don't even look like losing. The last time they looked like losing was maybe Chelsea.
They look shaky at the back, honestly. They're not convincing defensively at all.
This league's big on entertainment, man. There could be a twist and a turn.
Is it big on entertainment? Have we been entertained?
Look, we as French, I have.
City games just ain't entertaining. Let's have
City
it
games
right.
are bad, yeah.
But North London Derby had it all.
That was crazy.
Had it all.
That was crazy, that game.
Nah, man. North London Derby was meaty. It was over.
It weren't meaty,
It was
bro.
over. It only got exciting for the last 10 minutes.
20.
It was over. It was
I
over
agree.
early.
I agree.
Nah, man.
All right, well, I'll tell you what we're here to do today, boys. Since we're talking about right now football, there's only some teams have got 5 games, some teams have got 2 games, some teams have got 3 games. I want to talk about the players that can still save their seasons with performances at the end of this campaign. Player that came to mind straight away, a player who's had an up and down season, had more downs than ups, who still got 3 games to set up next season is Rasmus Højlund.
Can United even do anything to save their season? Much less one of the players.
I mean, you could go Conference League. You can win the FA Cup.
We're in Europa.
Would you want to go?
We're in Europa.
Would I want to go conference?
So to go Conference League means we went down.
Rasmus started, even though the goals weren't coming, he was actually playing well. You could see lots of bright future and all that. Then he got hit the little purple patch. This injury's killed him. And I just don't think, and just everything that's going on there, he could obviously he's a good option for it, but I just don't even know if he gets it done or not. I just think it's a show over there. I don't know if he can save his
I
season.
just worry that if he doesn't flash a little bit last few games, you go into next season needing a striker.
But we need a striker anyway. He's young, so
But a striker that goes ahead of him.
But that's the dilemma, isn't it? Do you buy and have someone else young and try and split it, or do you buy someone that's more advanced and more experienced?
Surely it's advanced.
And then potentially put him on the thing.
Who's
That's what I
out
say.
there?
That was always the conundrum that we had before his little thing patch. Anyway, like you need it. You get what I'm trying to say. So I don't think it's killing him. He's young. He's got youth on his side. He's young and he's learning and he's decent. I don't think that's killing him.
I think if you change managers and he doesn't flash at the end of this season, I think his season will go down as a failure. And I think no matter how much money you spent on him, it's like a first round draft pick. You get that pick wrong, but move on to the next pick.
Like obviously, I don't even know where they go. But even like a couple of weeks ago, I heard them flirting with the idea of like Tony and stuff like that. Yeah, whether he finished the season how he finished it now, or how it is now, or whether he finished on a little flurry. If Man United buy Tony, who's in front?
Tony.
So then, that's what I'm trying to say. We need that anyway. Like it don't make a difference. I'm saying I don't think it's killing him. he's not. I don't think he's under mad pressure as a young striker. I think he's just.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because we need a striker anyway.
How old is he?
Like 20, 21.
He's done alright first season, to be fair, man.
Does he?
Too harsh. He's 20 years old.
He
When
had
you
a
take
middle spell where he scored a couple goals.
Good Champions
That's
League
just in the
spell.
league, but he's got Champions League. He's probably at least like near close enough to like
All Champions League goals ain't created equal.
1 and 2 though, isn't it? He's close. I don't know what his numbers is, but he's close enough to like 1 and 2. And man said at the beginning of the season, that's what he's been his whole career, and he's developing. If he does there or thereabouts, it's a decent season. He's done all right.
I think if he has a good last 4 games, the pressure to buy another striker is less.
I think you need one anyway.
Man United are fully aware they need a striker. So, and I think irrespective of that, Højlund, 20 years old, coming from a slower Italian league to a tougher league, much quicker. He's done all right,
We're
man.
getting a striker because the guy I've always wanted to go is finally going.
Martial, 1 of 3.
So a striker's coming.
What striker do you think you need?
I don't know, you know. I would just go young, another young buck with him, man. You lot just wrestle.
I think the striker that can
That's fair, innit?
really change his fortunes or change something is another United striker.
Rashford.
And he lives in flashes.
Rashford's a good shot to save this season because it's been bad.
You know, I genuinely believe Marcus Rashford should take a summer off though.
As in not go on the plane.
As in not go on the plane.
There's certain men in that team that can't save their season. It don't matter what they do in the last 4 games, like Anthony
Anthony probably can't save the
Casemiro.
season. What was Casemiro doing the other day? Because I know Onana went flying, but what was that header?
It's nonsense.
That cushioned header back
Burnley.
to Onana. Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
It looked like 2 teams on the same level got playing at each other, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't know what was going to happen. It wasn't from a far distance. You couldn't tell who was who. Like, they was really in that game. They really, like, made it
Do you
difficult
think
for
Ten
us.
Hag can save his season?
Oh, no
Ooh,
chance
FA
in
Cup.
hell. Nah. They set president already. We sent LVG home packing with an FA Cup. It's not enough.
Can I ask you a question quickly? A quick sidebar. If you don't get an experienced striker, because I watched bits of that game, Bruno was fantastic again. Do you feel like you lose someone next season if Bruno doesn't have a more experienced striker in front of him that can just be a little bit more cutthroat in front of goal? Do you reckon Bruno goes, I can't have all of these youngsters every minute and missing chances? And try and move on.
Try to move on.
Yeah. He
I
hasn't
don't
won
know,
anything.
man. The law of United, obviously they're going through the mud, but it's still there. You know, we're still a thing. We pay big bucks and all that. Like, leaving United's not easy. It's not, a lot of people don't decide that that's what they want to do. It's not. Obviously, it's happened, but I'm saying, I think he'll be all right. And obviously, with everything that's going on in the background with Ineos and that, they're showing their intentions. Why would you leave now?
I tell you who can save his season in the last 3 games, and he might have to. Mohamed Salah.
I'm hearing he's staying
I
now.
want to know what he said.
I think he was always staying, but I think I think he might have changed his mind.
Is Arne Slot good?
Maybe. Was Ten Hag good?
Well, was Arne Slot better than Ten Hag when they was in the same league together? No, he
different
wasn't.
Different resources.
Dutch and bold.
They was both there at the same time.
No, but he's coming to a better infrastructure though.
Liverpool going with a board Eredivisie manager is wild. Like you're asking for
do you know what? I am actually shocked they've gone here.
Yeah,
I'm actually shocked.
Optics wise, it's crazy.
I heard they went for the Sporting guy, and then the Sporting guy tried to do a scare tactic, going to West Ham, having a chat with them, and it went bad.
Well, no, I just
And now he's
heard that
apologising to his fans.
A lot of the analysis was that he's not anything like a short-term fix.
Is there a manager that can change his season?
There is a manager that could change his season.
Poch. If Poch gets Europe, he's changed his season.
I don't want him to change his season.
There was warning signs coming there, yeah, because remember, Ten Hag never got the Spurs job. He went and he interviewed for them, and the reason why they said they never give it to him is because they said like he never had no charisma in that. Like, that's mad.
Huh?
Yeah, they weren't rating it. So I'm
Ten
trying
They
to,
weren't rated his vibe at all.
that's why he didn't get the Spurs job. So I'm trying to say, do we know anything about Arnold? Because I feel like you need to be a proper character to go behind Klopp. Has he got it?
Marino can easily come back to the Premier now.
What, Liverpool?
No.
I don't know.
Any.
Come back and do what?
Show charisma.
Saturday night football, bro.
Charisma.
Would you take him back at Chelsea?
Do charisma. Do you know how football is now?
Boy,
charisma.
wait. Would you take him back at Chelsea?
Current circumstances, maybe, you know.
As a short
You
term.
are mugging Poch, you know. I think he's doing a good job over there now. I think he's
No,
getting together.
I'm not saying this is all Poch's fault. I'm saying this is our things burnt from way above Poch. Like Poch, there's only so much he can do. But Mourinho at least won't have it.
Well, then he gets sacked because whenever he doesn't have it at Chelsea, he just gets sacked.
I need change. I can't have the same people at my team.
No, I get it, but that's not changed. You've had that twice already.
So what should we do? What do we do?
Is there a Chelsea player that in 3 games you reckon could change what happens to them this summer?
Nicholas Jackson.
I think he's had a good
He's
season,
good, man.
man.
He's good.
He's not.
No, I'm not like a
He's
player,
not.
but he's good. And Chelsea is good, bro. He was their second striker, you know. He only plays this much because Nkunku is always hurt,
And we actually got rid of our other striker.
and he's actually got numbers.
He's a nutter. And you know what it was? I don't know. That City game, that FA Cup game, just burnt in my head, man. He
was good though.
Mudryk
He-
has
I
shown
wouldn't
nothing,
call it that.
right? This whole season.
I
he's shown
think Mudryk's shown next to nothing.
next to nothing. If he turns up for the next 5 games, everyone's like, okay.
Can he save it in 4 games? I think he's shown enough.
I think half of this Chelsea team need to save it in 4 games.
That's what I say. That's why I said Jackson, because if Jackson gets it together and he turns up for these last 4 games, then I'll start to believe what you're actually trying to say.
He scored more goals than Højlund, didn't he?
That's got nothing to do with it. I'm going to talk about Højlund. Jackson's trash as far as I'm concerned.
No, but
man.
Jackson's, bro. If we're talking about Chelsea, he's looking at the rest of them saying, "Bro, I'm cool."
Yeah.
No, if I'm talking about Chelsea, that's not what you want. You're going to need to replace... And, you know what? It's just my opinion. You need to replace him. That's not what you need. It's not what
We
you
had
need.
Walker worried.
Walker, you see the thing we done to Arsenal. What we done to Gabriel was embarrassing.
If that's what you are sticking... But
Embarrassing.
I'm of the opinion that he needs them 4 games to change my mind. If that's what you are sticking
Bro,
with, I ain't
that's
worried
their
about
second
you.
striker though.
That's crazy.
I'm
That's
confused.
their
Why, so why
second
don't you like
striker.
him? 'Cause he's not a number 1 striker. He was meant to be the support striker, and every
Oh, so who's
centre
the
back knows he's playing.
So who's the number 1? Nkunku, and he's injured. Well, what I'm trying to say is, if he finishes strong, slams out goals for the last 4 games, he might make a case to be the lead striker.
Nah,
might prove that
never.
he can actually do it.
Never.
I hear it, because he's going to be under pressure this summer. Because they're going to want a goal scorer. But it is worth mentioning that he has outscored like Gabriel Jesus and Højlund.
Yeah, but we knew Jesus wasn't going to score like that.
Højlund.
Only Arsenal fans didn't.
Højlund.
Højlund got injured. These are forgetting he got injured.
How long's he out for?
I don't know, but he ain't had a shot on target. He ain't had a shot on target since he come back.
He got a goal the other day. Like.
It was most completed passes to him. The only complete passes to him in the Burnley game was Onana, 4 passes.
Yeah, he's sick. He's not even getting the ball.
Paul, have you got an Arsenal player that could save your season?
Who needs saving?
I don't think anyone can save their season now.
What's you lot's opinion on Havertz, really? Because I can't tell.
I love Havertz.
They hate him because
Who's they?
he's forcing them to like
Who's
him.
they?
Now you have to listen when we was telling you that he's vital to what Arteta wants
Who
and
is
the
you
way that they
talking to when
play.
you said that?
Just all the Arsenal fans. You
Oh,
hated
fair
him.
enough.
You all hated him.
Not
Let's
me.
have it right.
You know, he loves donkeys, isn't it?
Huh?
He loves donkeys.
As in, he loves donkeys.
Yeah.
As in, he buys donkeys.
So what's the point here? Because he's top of the league and you are where?
I'm just saying, like, we could still have the same season, guys.
And we're nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, but that means we still use our passports next year.
It's definitely not the same season.
It's not the same season at all.
Definitely not the same
I
season.
mean, essentially,
No, it's not.
It's not.
Same season.
not even a trophy party, not even a Wembley turn
Bro,
up.
you
It's just-
lost the League Cup final to a Liverpool side. Bro, I didn't recognize like 7 of the first team players starting, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and you
come
had
on,
them on
bro.
the ro-
Just
you had
allow
them on
it.
the ropes too.
You've had a bad season, man.
But you would have had a good season with nothing to show for it. That's what's killing me. I'd rather just have the bad season.
But you're just looking at it like the way that any ignorant football fan would look at it. If you look at it properly, you would know.
all football
you would
fans are
rather be an
ignorant.
Arsenal fan than be a Chelsea fan right now.
You've got nothing to show for all your goodness. Like, you lot are sick, nothing to show for it.
You're looking at trophy-wise, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your future as a Chelsea fan? Because as future as an
It
Arsenal fan looks
changes.
good.
It just changes.
Oh yeah. You see this new ownership, you have no clue what it looks like.
They're
moving
changing.
forward.
Tom Bowley's stepping down 2025.
Are you stepping up?
No.
Who's stepping up?
I'm figuring that out now. I'm thinking Mourinho could come back.
Would you take him back on a good
I would.
sitting thing?
Right now, I would. I'm desperate. I'll take anything.
Okay, what about Partey? At some point, you talk about Partey moving on and stuff like that.
Thomas Partey is a player that could probably say he's had games. I don't think he's played that well.
Against Spurs, he was all right. First half, he made good challenges. His distribution's nice and smooth. Better pass through the ball.
As it stands, is he moving on in the summer?
I don't think so, you know. Cesc came out and said... Cesc.
Cesc.
I know, I was thinking about Cesc as a manager. It's cold, though. Arteta came out and said he wants to keep him. Like, he's missed him. So I don't know if Arteta
Then he
usually
can
does
use
this.
He can use these 4 games to prove his worth.
I think he's been playing.
I think he's... Yeah, I don't think he has to prove his worth. Not the way he was spoken about anyway. I think there's other players like Zinchenko and Jesus that definitely need to start doing something because...
Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe's
got to do something to prove he's an Arsenal player next year.
He ain't
surely.
I don't think the 4 games gets it done.
I don't
think it's enough time.
Yeah.
He ain't even gonna play in the 4
Yeah,
games.
there's no space. There's no space for him. It's true.
He's cooked.
The people... lie that.
Why allow that? Why? No, wait. Why allow that?
Injuries, man. Injuries.
Bro, I can't with these Arsenal fans, man.
So should he have made that Villa move at the time? If he made the Villa move, what does his career look like today?
In hindsight, yeah. But do you know who Captain Hindsight is?
Go on.
From South Park.
Yeah.
And he always pulls up after. Yeah, lets you know all your lessons. Like, he said, you should have done that. That house burnt down because you left the stove on. Like, he's sick.
Boys, Jack Grealish. Save your season?
There are reports that he's probably one that will move on this summer. I was thinking more Jeremy Doku save his season.
Nah, man.
I think they're all good. I think they just.
No, they're all good.
They maybe just like, as in, I don't even think they need to save their season. I just think like they're all just considering different options.
I haven't been paying attention like that. Has Jack been injured at any point or anything?
Not really. No, they didn't play him at the first half of the season, really.
Pep would want to keep both because that's the difference in player you want. Like that's the combo you want
true,
as your
it's true.
I
left
think
wingers.
losing to Real Madrid and the title race going down to probably last game means Pep Guardiola will make a couple of savage choices this summer.
Yeah, but he
and
can't
left
win it
wing's
by
probably
20
one of them.
points. And like people have figured him out and how good City are now.
I
And
just think that summer transfer window, Nunes, Gvardiol and Doku, that's probably an expensive window that he's looked at and gone, one of them, only one.
yeah.
So I think he probably has to be quite savage in his.
Who's the one?
Gvardiol's been class.
I think Doku's been all right.
No, Doku's been alright
I don't
too.
think Pep thinks that.
Yeah, but it's not
his type of
it's
player.
not it's not a cutthroat as he's going though.
No. I think the senior players.
Because I think the gun's aimed more at Jack. I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
The thing is, Pep always just wants to create this like the perfect player, like as in he like even Doku's looking like a robot.
Yeah.
Would they ever let Jack get out of City? Where would he go?
Just go back to Villa, man.
No, he's not doing that.
Why not?
He's got a taste of the big time. He's in Manchester.
So you're saying Manchester's better than Birmingham?
Which one's the second city, Manny or Birmingham?
No, Manchester is the best city in the world.
It's
Yeah.
I've been saying Manchester is a holiday destination.
It's a utopia.
They should do package holidays.
It's a utopia.
Let's get United then.
So, yeah, I think maybe the clubs could sort it out and go United.
Oh, that's all he's going for. That's what he's gunning for the whole way.
That works.
You reckon Enzo Fernandez is under a bit of pressure?
I don't. Not for me.
Because I love his passing range, but then I'll like it for like 14 minutes of a game, and then I'll be like, what is he doing?
I saw him in a hospital bed. So that proves that's he gave us reasoning why he's been stinking the place up.
But I don't think he's been stinking the place up. You see, well, you're forgetting what he has to kind of give the ball to. And if it's not Cole Palmer, then a lot of times it's just coming back in another wave. Like, imagine getting your head up and giving the ball to Mudryk, knowing there's 80% chance this ball's going to turn over right now and the other team's going to have possession. Like, that's actually what happens. Like,
But I don't think I thought he was going to be a little bit better in defending transitions than he's been.
I think they've been moving him all the way around in a 6, then he's in the 8, now he's more
Yeah,
advanced.
but Conor Gallagher, when the ball's loose, Conor Gallagher's on it.
But he hunts the ball. That's his
Yeah.
personality. Like,
Yeah.
But Enzo is more of a on the ball baller.
Yeah.
Like Gallagher's gonna chase the ball and go and win that
he'll
ball.
hunt.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll
It's
chase.
different.
He'll chase you out of
I
position.
just think like this team don't like look how bad Jorginho would look in this team.
But boys though, Chelsea. How much pressure could there be for someone that's 100 mil on a 7-year contract?
They're all
How can he
100 mil on
go?
a 7-year
Like, how can he
contract.
I
go?
don't think it's a question of that. I think it's more so a question of is he the automatic name on the team sheet next year? Because I look at like Nodi Madueke, right? Who's had a really good end to this season. I look at him and go, okay, start next year. Is he the one that you talk about playing in that position because of what he's done in the second half of the season?
I don't know. I think he could be another Shawn Michaels.
Bro, you can't keep doing Shawn Michaels with these players.
I think he's
I'm not
another
having
Shawn Michaels.
I don't think you watch wrestling.
Everything he does, you just see it. But when he's not doing nothing, you're not noticing it. He does a lot of nothing.
I don't know if I agree with that.
He does. Ask the Chelsea fans. Ask Chelsea. Just tweet it,
Ask Chelsea fans about Conor Gallagher though.
and they will give you the truth. I think. I
Nah,
think
it's
that'll be
split.
quite
It's
truth.
split. It's
yeah,
split.
but it's truth. Like man is saying he's not good enough, but they're saying he's
They're
also the
wrong,
most.
though.
But
Yeah,
he's also
the ones that don't like Gallagher are kind of crazy.
no. But I'm saying
So where do you
no.
stand?
I'm saying I get what they're saying in the terms of he's not the silky smooth technical that kind of player, but he does the right things.
So
and
where
that's
do you
worth a lot.
stand on him? Stick or twist?
I'll keep him. I'm not sure if I'm starting him. But but as in this squad, I'm starting him. But I'm saying I'm coming from the Champions League 2 times winner in 10 years, Chelsea. Like I'm trying to get back there. I'm not worried about like what 19-year-olds playing. Like I don't know what we're doing here. I still want to be Chelsea. I don't want to be this like I don't want to be Cobham United.
Well, you're not. You've sold all
Yeah,
them.
you got rid of Cobham.
Now you've only got one of them
I
left.
just want to win. You know, there's still talent in there, but like I just don't trust. I don't trust potential. I don't even
Can
recognize
any of your
potential.
centre backs prove that they're ready to take over from Thiago Silva?
All right, cool. Who's better, Disasi or Chalobah? And you can't give me a definite answer.
Disasi.
Who's better? Or Fofana? No, or Badia Shield.
Fofana
They're all the.
Fofana
No,
can't count.
he's making a great point.
Fofana can't count though.
But we know how sick he is on paper.
In 2017, maybe.
The
I don't
problem
know.
is we don't
been
even
a long
know.
time.
I don't even know when they put out a team if it's a good team. I don't know.
So do you need to buy a centre back this summer?
We need to buy men.
You need experience, man. Yeah, your team's just
That's
too
it.
young. You need experience.
Well, we had the youngest team at the weekend, whatever, just got, and we played Thiago Silva. Can I tell you something? Our teams are so
Interesting about
young.
Chelsea, yeah. You've got Gusto, who I personally think
Great Gusto.
easy,
Gusto is
yeah,
class.
exactly. But you've got James, right?
James is done at here.
On the left side, I think you've got 2 done out left backs,
Who?
Cucurella and Chilwell.
Yeah, but Cuckoo for me is no good.
Cuckoo's going to move on, and Chilwell's, he's the same as James. Do you know what he is?
There's a big fullback. There's a backline problem, you know.
Still on loan though, isn't he, at Dortmund? He's
Yeah,
done
but
well.
even then, like we're talking, I'm not. Chelsea were never interested in potential before. We said to Kevin De Bruyne and Mo Salah, yeah, off you go, mate, because you're not ready right now. We need you ready right now. And all of a sudden now we're a team.
It's caught up with you.
That's it. But all of a sudden now we've just changed the whole ethos. Like, let's put these players on 10-year
Yeah, because you're talking
contracts.
about Mark Guehi this summer.
I don't mind selling players and buying them back
Oh, I've seen that.
because we've done that. We've done that and got it
Lukaku
right.
didn't work.
No, but it worked with like a Matic. You get it right sometimes, but you don't like. I just feel like everyone's just panic buying, man. I feel like everyone in the office is just having drinks and then just saying, "Yeah, like, press pay, like Apple Pay."
Did you see what Carragher said about Konate at Liverpool?
Said he should dig it. That was harsh.
He turned on Konate.
That was
What
harsh.
do you say?
He's saying Liverpool
He said
need
they
to
should
buy
get a centre back.
I saw him say that.
Konate is good, man.
If there's one man who's going to be studying Liverpool centre backs, it's probably Jamie Carragher.
Yeah, but if there's one man that's probably a bit more overinvested and maybe like spills over the top in passion,
all right, Nedum.
yeah, like he might be wrong. No,
He might be wrong.
might be wrong,
He
man.
might be wrong. But
that was
does he-
harsh, bro.
Is he going to need to prove that?
Who, Konate?
Yeah.
Because Carragher said that.
Because there's a new manager coming in, and if he looks at the tape and goes, "All right, cool. Where are we weak? Where are we strong?" I would imagine it's in midfield, though, isn't it, with Liverpool?
It's cool. It's got to be the midfield.
From day one, we said 3 midfielders who've never met each other are going to be the midfield for a team that's going to play Europa League, Premier League, and compete for the title, Champions League qualification, and all that. It was too big of an ask.
I think it's not just that. I think they don't have an out-and-out goal scorer for me, and I feel like when I watch certain games with Liverpool, yeah, they're missing that goal scorer. There's just a goal scorer that can sort out like Darwin Núñez. Maybe that thing we think maybe that's another player we got to think about probably saving the season because Darwin Núñez is their misses are catching up.
Their
with
whole
him now.
front line,
You
bro.
know what? I don't know if there's enough time to save it. I think the jury's out on him. I think they know who he is, man. What he is. I know he's
He's a
young.
tennis baller.
I know he's young, but I think like when people show you who they are, sometimes you should just believe it,
I'm
man.
There
fine
was
with
talk
you, man.
that there were teams talking to him in the summer. That it was of consideration that he'd be sold after one season.
Serious.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I thought up until Christmas, I was like, "Rah, the Liverpool's front line is so cold. They're all scoring goals." But since Salah came back, that whole front line has just been a bit
No one.
meaty,
It's
bro.
weird because I don't think no one expected Liverpool to even be involved in a title challenge like that. The way the season started and what was going on and everything that they was bringing in. But then once they got into the picture and then they're involved in the conversation, no one expected them to shit the bed like this either.
For real,
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like that is mad to me.
But
like.
it is funny though because you look at that midfield and you go, yeah, like okay, Endo must have been option 6 when they started this. They wanted Lavia, they wanted Caicedo, and those are the players we know because they joined Chelsea. They probably was 6 or 7 players ahead of Endo.
Endo's just someone that's going to give you like a 6.5 every game.
You can't
whatever.
win leagues with those.
So, but that's like no. But there's a point when it
He fell
when
off
it
a cliff,
first
though.
came and it clicked, and you're looking. Obviously, you were confused, but there was a point when you look and you're saying, "Ah,
Soboslai
all
fell
right,
off
cool.
a cliff.
It's working. It's just it's
Sebastian
like
got
you're saying, it's
injured,
falling
man.
off the cliff and all
He
that."
got injured, man. Sebastian got injured. Liverpool had 24 shots in their last game, no goals.
His back is very bad.
So who needs to save their season from Liverpool? Who can actually do
Who
it?
can actually? I think Konate's a shout.
But save their season from what? It is what it is. They're not going to win
No,
the league.
as a player, as an individual, saving his
What
season.
about Trent?
What the jury says about
Trent's not a bad shout because the next manager's coming in and there's only one manager ever who's been able to maximise Trent and he's leaving. So Trent might have to start just not crossing the ball,
It's too
not
late.
switching play, just
too-
play right back.
It's too late.
Yeah,
I'm-
but then you take away his actual best attributes.
But then if the next manager comes in, does he play Trent?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
Trent,
do you know
bro.
what it is? Managers are they just see weird stuff. I remember Poch coming in and saying, Yao Felix doesn't like agree, like he doesn't suit my philosophy. Like I don't mind if he goes. And I was like, doesn't suit your philosophy? Are you seeing what you've got around you? Like he's the most talented here by a country mile. Like
I think Trent just goes Real Madrid and becomes a bad boy. World superstar. Him and Jude.
Who?
Trent just goes Madrid. Him and Jude just bad it up.
Now's a good time because we've been talking about this, making the last few games of the season count. We're gonna run our predictions, prove who's got the most ball knowledge, who actually knows what they're talking about, and we're gonna use an app called Le Bomb. We all agree now, just simple, £5 each. We're all putting £5 in. We're gonna predict every game in the Premier League this weekend. Whoever's got the most correct scores or correct results is gonna win the whole thing.
That works for me.
That's actually cold.
That works for me.
Well, it's funny because I was gonna say we need to put more than £5. I'm not playing with small time players. I'm a serious guy.
All right, us five then. Next week we'll up it. But what number are you saying now?
I'm not gonna lie. For experimenting, I'm saying score.
Listen, Le Bomb's class is Premier League only. We go through every game. I've set up a league. I've invited you all to that league.
I'm in.
Same.
Let's go through then. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Geordie, where you going?
4-0 Arsenal.
Dan?
3-1 Arsenal.
Margs?
Solanke's gonna score. 3-1 Arsenal.
Poet
I've gone 2-0.
to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm going 4-2 to Arsenal. I think they're going to concede again, although David Raya is one game away from the Golden Glove. Geordie, Brentford versus Fulham.
3-1 to Fulham.
1-3.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. 3-1 to Brentford.
Dan?
I'm going 1-1. Thanks for that.
First draw, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to score draw as well, but I think we're gonna get we're gonna get a lot of goals this game. I think it's gonna be entertaining. I'm going 2-2.
It's a good shout. Poet?
I think the players are on holiday. I'm going for 1-1.
I've gone 2-2 as well. I think it's 2-2.
Well, we call that a Desmond, innit? When it finishes 2-2, you call it a Desmond.
Is that why?
2-2.
Desmond 2-2.
2-2. Is that right? I didn't know
Come
that.
on, man.
Burnley versus Newcastle, Geordie.
Burnley versus Newcastle. I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle. I was going to go clean sheet, but Bournemouth are going to get a goal, man.
Burnley.
I am going to go Newcastle 2, Burnley 1.
All right, that's a good prediction. Margs?
Usually when Newcastle start purring, they get a cooking, so they're gonna score a good few goals. Let me go 3-0.
Stop purring.
Yeah, no, trust me. 3-0 Newcastle.
It's a good prediction. Poet?
I think Burnley are in a bit of a scrap, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Newcastle United. It'll be a tight game for Newcastle.
I've gone 4-1 Newcastle. I agree. Isak's going to score 2. He's going for Golden Boot. I think he can smell it. Sheffield United versus Forest, Geordie.
Oh, God.
Yuck.
God
forgive me.
That's a humdinger. I mean, listen, Sheffield are gone.
They are.
But they've been playing okay.
So for that, because they want to do the pride thing now, I'm going to go 1-0 Forest.
Dan?
I'm going to go 2-0 Forest.
Margs?
I think they're gonna draw. Sheffield are at home, and I'm not playing for nothing apart from pride. But sometimes that's all you need.
That's all you need ever.
Well, yeah, for real. 1-1. Let's do it.
I went 1-1 as well. Me and Margs' scores are quite close at the moment, actually. I'm not happy about this.
Come on, we know ball.
Manchester City versus Wolves, Geordie.
Manchester City versus Wolves. It's time to put my balls on the table, guys.
Go.
Oh,
I'm
go.
going to put my balls on the table.
Do it.
6-0 City. I'm going to do it.
Dan?
3-0 City.
Margs?
3-0 City sounds about right to me.
Poet?
I've gone for 3 as well.
I'm going for 2-2.
There's
What?
Because if there's a way for me to win this, is by going different to everyone else on this game here. Brighton versus Villa, Geordie.
Desmond.
2-2.
Yeah.
I am going to go Villa to beat Brighton 2-0 away.
I'm gonna go Villa definitely to win, but I think they concede. I'm going 2-1 Villa.
This is a tough one. Poet?
I've gone for a 1-0 Villa win.
I'm going for Brighton Hove Albion to win 2-1. I think they've played some good football. Geordie, Chelsea versus West Ham.
Chelsea versus West Ham. Chelsea seem to play but not win. So for that reason, because I think West Ham are thereabouts the same, I'm going to go 1-1.
I'm going 1-0 Chelsea.
Margs, Chelsea, West Ham.
I'm going draw. Chelsea are gonna mess it up, but they're gonna score. Another 2-2.
Desmond.
Poet?
I'm going for what I hope happens. 2-1 to West Ham.
I got 2-1 to Chelsea. Liverpool versus Tottenham. Ooh, that's a big one.
This is a big one.
It's a big game.
And I believe this is where Liverpool tried to do the whole we're back thing. I'm going to go for 2-0.
I've gone 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1
I just got a
Liverpool.
feeling they're going to pull it out of the bag for no reason. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
so
make
for
any-
no reason
yeah,
win.
yeah,
Like, what? You lot are back now. What are you doing?
Now it's time to play the game. I need to create some kind of separation.
Yeah.
I'm going 2-1 Spurs.
At Anfield, yeah.
I think they're both so scared to lose that they're not gonna fully go for the win like that. Even though they both need to win, I think it's gonna be a draw, a 1-1. Liverpool not even scoring right now.
Liverpool to lose 1-0. Again, it's a tough one to call, but Liverpool, the worry is Mo Salah is not happy.
If he speaks, there's going to be fire.
All right, we're last prediction in Le Bon. We've got £20 each up. That's £100 pot.
Right, boys. It's Crystal Palace versus Man United. I know the aim of the game is separation, but I believe we're all going to do the same result here.
Yeah.
I know, no, we're not.
I'm going for Palace.
Yeah, but what?
2-0.
Yeah.
I've gone for the Desmond. 2-2.
I'm going to be the only person that's right. 3-1 United.
Palace play United well every year, bro.
Jordy, listen to your voice. Listen to his. He doesn't believe what he's saying. Crystal Palace are gonna cook United. They're playing great football, and I can't wait to see the 3-0 result and Eze score.
Wow. I'm going with Man United. Man United are going to win 2-1, I think. All right, boys. You ready to confirm your predictions on Le Bon?
Yes.
I confirmed.
Confirm.
This is really the way we're going to prove who's got ball knowledge, you know. Because accumulators are a scam.
It's true.
You have to actually predict every score right. This is a way that's actually against each other, competitive, filthy league. We should do a public one.
This is going to be lit. This is lit.
We should send a link out. We should do a public one.
What, and take their money, yeah? I'll take the crowd's money.
I'll take the crowd's money all day.
I'll take the crowd's money today.
Ooh, the crowd have got to prove they got ball knowledge. Listen, every game matters now. Every game this weekend matters.
Even more now.
Yeah, at the end of the day, some of these were mid-table nonsense games.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Let's make it. Let's make it entertaining.
Right now, it's tense. And look, whoever wins is a big deal. But we come back next week, I reckon. Increase the pot.
Yeah.
Increase the stakes.
So let's start a Big Six business. Let's start a Big Six business because a lot of the listeners, they watch like lower league teams, innit?
I feel like it's Big 8.
At this moment in time.
Yeah,
I think it's Big 8.
I want to talk about like bottom half fodder,
Okay.
or like just people that belong.
Well, anyone getting relegated can't save their season, so.
What's wrong with Raheem?
Oh, you said bottom half fodder.
I see what he done there, though.
Can Raheem save his season, though?
We're in the top half.
Just.
Oh, we're in there.
Can Raheem save his season, though?
I think it's up to him.
It doesn't sound like it's up to him. It sounds like it's up to the manager.
I think the manager has to save his season as well. I don't think you get it. No one is safe here. Like the gaffer could say, Raheem, you're not playing, but there's a hefty chance the gaffer's not staying.
Who are the safest people at Chelsea right now?
Cole
Palmer.
Gusto and Palmer. Gusto and Palmer.
And
Thiago
Fernandez
Silva.
because of the length of the contract.
Yes.
Well, in that case, so is Mudryk and Caicedo.
They got long contracts, but
Caicedo was good last
not
game,
everyone's
by the way.
on high wages. That's the saving grace here. Their
High
practice quite low.
fee and long contract though.
Yeah. Well, the reason it is a long contract is for the high fee.
Do you reckon Eddie Howe has got 4 games to save his season?
I think he's good.
I like Eddie.
It's a big window they've got coming up, you know.
Yeah.
They've got to shift a lot of players. They've got to bring a lot of players in. Do you give that money to Eddie Howe if you're Newcastle?
I know, but
Based on this season?
do you bring someone else in?
Depends if you've got access to a big name.
No, but come on, it's dangerous. It's dangerous out there because everyone's looking for a gaffer.
Yeah, and Eddie Howe would be good at like Man United.
No, but unless Man United want Eddie Howe, they should keep Eddie Howe. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Eddie looks like he's staying though. The way he speaks about the Gamara situation, saying that
I believe all of that. I believe
he's revealed the information. He looks like he's gonna be
he's
staying
got
there.
them teams playing like when he lost half the team or the whole team, they still like held it up. They lost respectably. Sorry.
They've lost them to injury, and I'm seeing how they perform. But I'm thinking, say they lose them to like Guimaraes leaves, goes PSG or something like that. Isak leaves, then what happens with this Newcastle side?
How many people do you think are leaving this year though?
What, from Newcastle? I reckon they built a side thinking they were going towards Champions League, Tonali, all of that. When that is not met, I wonder how the players feel.
Yeah, and I think the fullbacks, because Lewis Hall and Livramento, I think were like the
Up and comings,
the succession plan. That's not a succession plan for next year, I don't think.
Yeah.
To replace Trippier and Byrne.
I agree.
So what's the problem?
I don't think Trippier and Byrne are good enough next season necessarily.
In Conference
And
League?
I don't think, in Premier League. Because they've got to get back to the Champions League. That's the thing you're talking about a top 4 next year.
But let's be realistic. I don't think they will
What do you mean?
Who will?
get to the Champions League.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? That took a long pause because I think maybe they could, but I don't think they will. I think they'll win Conference League and end up in Europa.
Remember, Liverpool got onslaught next year. They're not nailed on for top 4.
Spurs,
Not nailed on for top 4. Villa not nailed on for
Spurs,
top 4.
Arsenal,
United.
Spurs, Arsenal, City.
Chelsea will think they've got a piece of it
Yeah.
because they're not going to have Europe.
Chelsea thought they had a piece of it this year. They didn't have Europe this year either.
But Chelsea will be much better.
Chelsea
will
got
be much
better
better
second
next
half
year.
of the season for the most part.
They've been decent. They've got injuries coming back. They're probably going to add more to it. Chelsea will be much better next year.
We've said that for them all this season.
I wonder because like Champions League qualification was such a big deal this year and last year, but like Newcastle 7th, Chelsea 9th, Man United 6th. Obviously, like somewhere down the line, these clubs are comfortable with not being in the Champions League. Can they continue to be comfortable not being in the Champions League? Is something going to have to change? And where the top 4 is a little bit more consistent again.
Yeah, but you got to be realistic, man. It's like 8 teams fighting for that 4th spot.
But there aren't though. There aren't. There are 5. Let's be clear. Like in theory, there are 8, but there's a clear gap between Tottenham, Man United, Newcastle.
Alright, cool. Alright, watch this then.
And there's only 2 spots.
When he made Champions League, was that his goal at the start of the season? Eddie Howe?
Probably.
The start of this season,
No, at the start of last season, when he made Champions
I would
League.
say no.
And do you reckon that was his goal this year then?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think they expected to regress the way they did. It's injuries, but I don't think they expected to regress the way they did.
Alright, cool. What do you reckon the goal is next season then?
Champions League.
Champions League.
Again.
I don't think that he cannot make Champions League next year.
The way Newcastle are and the way with their trajectory and what they're looking to do every year, that's got to be. The
I think
goal.
he can.
I think, but this is the thing. Next year, I think Emery has to get Champions League. I think
don't have to.
No, he doesn't.
He
have
can
to,
challenge. He can have another season
So
like
even
this. and
play
be
in
fine.
the
why
Champions
doesn't he
League.
have to?
Because they're going to play in the Champions League next year.
Yeah, but it's the same as what's he's called though.
Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I think with
I don't see the
Unai
difference.
Emery,
Money.
I think they're definitely under different pressure. Money
they-
plays a part in
they've
it.
got- Again, if they win the Conference League, is a different story as well. Like the success of this season, it will be so massive that next season, the amount of games they're going to play at a high level, different kind of pressure. They haven't spent what Newcastle spent. They spent a lot of money.
Did you see Newcastle's run in I think FA Cup or something? It was I think they had City, Arsenal, United. Like it was tough. Like and then the what's it called? The injuries too. Like all of this is like he gets grace.
He's got grace. I just think next year he has to get Champions League.
What if he wins conference then? Conference and top 6.
See, conference, because they won a trophy. I haven't won a trophy since 1955. I think that probably is enough.
I believe they get conference and top 6. Unless in these next 3 games they get Europa spot.
I don't even know how to see how Newcastle get to a final, bro. Honestly, I don't. I think you're rating them a bit too highly. I understand where you're coming
Conference.
Conference League, they should.
Yeah, but Newcastle, like, honest, I don't really rate Newcastle and Eddie Howe.
Conference,
Highest,
bro.
but I don't rate them.
With their injuries and losing
I
to
don't
Nali, if they was a full strength team, if they're the full strength team all season, they're doing much better than they're doing.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
but like I said,
now
this summer
they
I
are here
think
where
there
they
is
are.
there is a changeover this summer of quite a few players in that squad. We're talking about the Lascelles, maybe the Dan Burn, Nick Pope, maybe. Like there's actually a few players that need to move on, and that means bringing new players in.
They've got the money to bring it in. We just signed off on the salary cap, so if they
Spending
do
cap.
spending cap, yeah. But if you do, you just pay like a luxury tax.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm thinking, Margs,
You know
like,
what I'm
if
trying to say?
players like,
So
especially
Newcastle can spend it. They'll improve the team. They'll improve the team, no problem.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Well, they've done top 4 already, and I'm saying if they just need a season with their full strength team, and I think they'll be all right. The way that they play, the way that they're coached, with the ability that they got in the team, and all that. Obviously, they're saying the transition new players, but I'm going to assume that they're going to bring decent players in as well. I think they'll be
But
all
even
right. I think they
Tonali
can do
coming
it.
back's like a signing, bro.
That's massive.
I understand what you lot are saying, but you're saying we're eradicating everyone else. Like the top 4 last season, two of the sides are not in top 4 this season. But the other side
And
that
they
came,
got knocked out the Champions League group stages this season.
bro. So like with Liverpool coming back into the top 3 conversation, or top 4, I think they'll be there next year. And then it leaves one position, and I'm just like Newcastle, Aston Villa, Spurs, Manchester United. Like
What,
you
you
can't
can't
make
say
it.
just because it's a new season, and you can't just throw Liverpool in there. We don't know what's going to happen with Onslaught.
I
can't just throw
I
Liverpool
can
in
make a
there.
prediction. We all just done it a minute ago on this app, so I can make a prediction.
Le
But
Bon.
I'm just
Predict them
sorry.
back, man.
Yeah, but you wanna
Liverpool,
make-
Newcastle are going to make it.
You want to make good predictions. Anybody can say anything they want.
You've made prediction about Man United doing well, and so I just think with
You know what it is?
Liverpool,
I
they can win it.
just think like of all the managers going into next season in the top 8, I think only Postecoglou's probably and Emery are probably 2 managers that don't have to get Champions League.
That is
I think
impossible.
Onslaught has to get it.
No,
Pep
no.
has to get it. Arteta has
So
to
why
get
does-
it. Whoever United's manager
Why
has
does
to get it.
Ange not have to get it?
But the way Big Andrew's moved, yeah, with the right investment in the summer, there could be a.
Forget that though. Why does he not have to get it though?
I just think Tottenham are more realistic in their expectations. They had a bigger surface rebuild when Conte left, and I think he's way overachieved this season. Like Eddie Howe did, way overachieved already. Like Unai Emery did, but Unai Emery had a lot more resource than Postecoglou to build his team, and there's still a lot of overhaul needs to be done at Tottenham. So I don't think the pressure's there on Postecoglou to be an immediate impact yet.
And he's done things a little bit better than previous managers. Like, I don't know who's in charge of recruitment now. Recruitment is much better for Spurs. Their recruitment is so good.
If
the
next year
way
has to
they
be
play,
better,
they got a style of playing now,
if
Jordi.
the next year has to be better than this year and they're 5th, then Champions League.
Yeah, but they're back in Europe, and their team is still unbalanced. It's still 3 different managers.
And that's what we give you a summer and a bank balance for.
The drop off coincides with Sarr and that getting injured as well, isn't it? Sarr and Basuma and that. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I mean, they've had a couple drop offs. 3-0 at half time against Arsenal. There's no excuse
Stinks.
for that.
Obviously, but as I'm saying, by this point, injuries were a thing. Even the beginning of the season when they was doing good, then they took a little thing because of Maddison. Like, so
They're going to improve their squad, and then next season it will be a bit more. I trust Andrew.
No, I think the top 4 race and ultimately, all 8 of those teams need English teams to succeed. That they can get an extra.
No, but
Champions
that's
League
what I was going to say. I was about to say this race hurts our Europe run. I think it hurts everyone. Like we look stupid in Europe.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think Arsenal lost to Bayern because the Premier League's tough, and I don't think Man City lost to Real Madrid because the Premier League's tough.
You don't.
I think Arsenal lost to Bayern because Bayern are Bayern and Arsenal are Arsenal.
Big fact.
I think Man City lost to Real Madrid because they're the 2 best
But
teams
Bayern
in the world.
this year
And
aren't Bayern.
They drew for 2 games.
But Bayern this year aren't Bayern, and Arsenal this year aren't Arsenal.
But they are ultimately they are.
Champions League. Who did they beat in Champions League? Who did you?
Porto on penalties.
You didn't win away all Champions League. They didn't win away all Champions League. They was idiots.
Yeah.
When you say you lot, you're looking at Jordi.
I'm talking to you though.
But I would say that they also need to get real next year in the Champions League, though. They actually need to, with the new format, it's going to take us ages to adjust to it with this Swiss model league, whatever.
No, I'm used to it. Football Manager.
Yeah, people playing Football Manager get it, to be fair. That was clever. UEFA, they let their license to Football Manager so that all the Football Manager experts would be like, yeah, I get it.
Shut up, man. You lot don't get it, man.
Yeah, for real.
Shut up, man.
But Arsenal needs to get realistic in the Champions League next year because quarterfinals isn't far enough for English teams, and Man City needs to get realistic, and they need to figure out how to beat Real Madrid because Real Madrid are way better than everyone right now. But Man still
They should have beat them.
4-4 over 2 games.
They should have beat them.
They should have beat them,
It's
man. They were better. They were better than
Roger
them.
felt the same way. Roger
Yeah.
was fuming.
They was better than them. They should have beat them.
Yeah, but
So there's lessons to learn in it. But
did Haaland score across those 2 games?
No.
I don't think he did.
Boys, Erling Haaland did knock out Champions League games. I said it last year. I said it before the season started. Erling Haaland is not the man for them in those games.
But Tigo, do you feel like because he became such a prominent goal scorer that they will make up like a plan for him, which gives space for other players to get opportunities to score, so on and so forth? So like he'll take 2-3 players out of a game occasionally.
I don't think it's hard to come up with a plan for Haaland. I just think most Premier League teams can't do it, and I think Real Madrid can.
Yeah, for real, he definitely can.
I look at Erling Haaland and I think, is Pep kind of over this already?
I think he served his purpose, and the problem is, like you can see, he's effective. He's effective, and he does his thing. The problem is, we're seeing it and we're thinking, is he really a Pep player? Does Pep really want this and like it? But Pep might just have to just bend a little bit and just change to just play into who he is.
I don't know if Pep's fully invested in Erling Haaland.
I hear it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Pep's always trying to break these players down and change them. But I don't think he needs to do that to Haaland. I think Pep needs the one to break himself down and change.
I think he changed for Haaland a little bit.
He does massively.
No, but he's doing it through like gritted teeth. Like he needs to embrace it.
Because I think Doku was supposed to be a get to the byline, cut back, tap in for Erling Haaland winger. I think that's what he wanted from him.
He needs to let Doku loose. He's going to try and change him, trying to do the Jack Grealish thing to him as well, and it doesn't make sense.
Marks, who's our next manager?
If it's Thomas Tuchel, then let's skip ahead to next season after.
What do you think of the Zerbi?
I think United ruin him. I think they'll break him.
What do you think of Gary O'Neill?
Oh, no. I like him though. I do like him. He's a good gaffer, man. I do like him. I think we need someone. You know what it is? I'm not saying he's the guy, but with everything that comes with United, I think you need broad shoulders. And I think even like the way the players are and the culture is getting fixed. Yeah. Nah, man. I think we need to bring another superstar that can match everybody's energy over there.
Oh, don't you dare say it.
Zinedine.
Go Zinedine.
Oh my God.
I'm not even
bro.
saying he's the guy, but just of who he is. Forget footballing and tactical and forget that. I'm not saying that, but just because of who he is, that might be what everybody needs.
We tried Jose, though. We tried Jose.
Jose Zinedine, it's not the same. It's Zidane, bro. It's Zidane.
I like the idea of Zinedine Zidane being in the Prem.
Like, we got to go super name brand.
No, just Zidane being in the Prem. He's never been here. I love that.
I like all the new guys, like the like Mottas and all that, doing crazy things, and then Zaghi and all that. Like, there's a lot of good coaches. Even like say like what Alonso's doing. All there's good coaches, but I just remember back 2 years ago, yeah, like Ten Hag was basically them, man.
Yeah.
Like, he literally was them, man. He was proven in his league. He played good football. He was winning over there. Like, he was them, man. There. So I don't know. Going down that route is the same thing.
You don't want no up and coming artists no more.
I don't know what we need.
You need a chart topper.
I don't know what we need.
What you need is everybody on the staff to be on the same wavelength, for whoever it is.
You need better recruitment as well. Your recruitment, when you take a look at that side, it just looks like so much different errors in Manchester United that just don't need to be all together. You know, like when Arteta comes, he gets rid of loads of backlog and just goes, yo, let's get a fresh start and move forward. I think he needs to get rid of a
The
couple of
supporting
guys,
cast
man.
that we're building now,
Yeah.
it's sexy. You get me? Might not be making moves in
No,
like,
it's good. No, you got some good
but
players.
I'm saying this. No, not the players. I'm talking about the infrastructure with the recruitment. The people
Okay.
that's come on the board, that's come above us. Like, we've made some good, solid
Jason
signings.
Wilcox has come, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
So we're talking established, successful at the wherever he is, like
Name
famous name brand. You know who we're talking about.
Ancelotti.
Gareth Southgate.
There you go. Take him. Boys, I gotta go. Can you see Jamie in the seat?
Southgate to Chelsea makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because young players, man.
changing Poch is stupid. If you can't,
Bro,
the
Chelsea
last
are
couple of
stupid.
weeks has been decent,
Chelsea are
bro. They're
stupid.
building on something.
Chelsea are stupid.
Poch isn't happy though, I don't think.
In it, Poch is stupid though. Oh.
Chelsea is stupid. Chelsea is stupid. Dan knows.
I think Gareth Southgate as an appointment's crazy. That's crazy. If Man United ever got Southgate,
There's managers that need to come back. We got 5 minutes, I know, but there's managers that need to come back.
Like who?
Lampard, Gerrard, Potter.
don't say Gerrard.
Lampard and Gerrard are not Prem managers.
Lampard and Gerrard don't need to come back.
Lampard, Gerrard, Potter. There's a free English I said as well.
Potter, I can see.
Potter should come back. He's a good guy.
Lopetegui's gonna come back. Watch.
Lopetegui's been linked with
Roma.
An English team.
Oh, is it an English team?
Yeah.
I think there's an Italian team that said no. They've done a poll and said no.
Yeah, I'm not. I've never been a fan of Lopetegui.
Bayern fans are doing a poll on Tuchel saying they want him to stay. So
I love you guys, man. We should hang out more.
Who's going to be Golden Boot winner? Just before we leave.
Guys, remember I said it at the start of the season. I'm going to say it again now. His name's Alexander Isak. I said he was going to get top 2, but I'm going number 1 now.
It's Erling Haaland's on 21, Cole Palmer's on 20, Isak's on 19, Watkins is on 19, Solanke's on 18.
I'm going on the outside. I'm going for the outside odds, man. Ollie Watkins, man.
Isak takes that. That's not outside odds.
He's fourth in the money.
I'm not sure Villa are going to finish the season that strong. I'm not sure.
Isak's
got Burnley.
Is it? Isak?
He's got Burnley. Then who else has Isak got?
and he takes their pens.
Oh God.
Yeah, Isak's a good shout.
All right, before we leave, Arsenal, are you going to win the league?
No.
All right. Filthy at 5. I know. He's so shook. Anyway,
All right, boys, we'll be back next week to go through who won on Le Bon next Friday.
Oh, I can't
and then
wait.
we're going to set another bet.
I can't wait.
Boys, you made a mistake because his money's coming straight out your pockets.
And the guy to who you?
Yeah, I'm winning. Of course I'm winning.
No, I think I've got it. I think I've got it locked. I can't lie. I think I've done it.
You lot didn't put your balls. You lot didn't put your balls on the table, man.
Filthy5.com. Thank you for coming. Subscribe to the channel.